Live.
Good morning, everyone. It's Kate Richburg from beadshop.com, and if it's Friday, that means it must be Free Tip Friday. Oh, we made it through the week, you guys. The weekend is just looming right over the corner, around the corner, I guess, or looming over the horizon, or one of those things. So it's great to see you all. It's Kate Richburg in front of the camera, and today behind the camera we've got Janice Parsons is doing my camera
Hi,
work
everyone.
for me. Yeah.
Robin says hi.
Hi, Robin.
Yeah, and Sue has joined us. Howdy, girls.
Oh, hello. Well, today we're going to have a fun Free Tip Friday, you guys. We're going to talk about adding charms, talking about charms and jump rings, right? Janice is making a face behind the camera. I'm not sure what that
so many
means.
people.
Yay!
Giddy's joined, Lorraine,
Hello,
Debbie.
Gita.
It's like 25 now.
Yay! Well, it's great to have all of you guys.
Susan. Hi, girls from PA.
Hello.
Christine from SoCal.
Hello, everyone. It's great.
Deb is also with us.
Oh, hello, Deb. Your voice kind of changed. Deb. Hello, Deb. When Janice, I can't make her laugh or else the camera will shake.
Okay.
But so many of you joined us. Uh-oh, Janice is getting the giggles. So many of you joined us last Friday for my Free Tip Friday from Yosemite. It was super fun to share my mom with you guys, and she had a really, really great time, and I know either she's watching or she's going to jump on and watch. So a big shout out, hello to my mom. It was really fun, and it was fun to do the kits, and so thank you so much for your great feedback for that. It was really, really cool. And so many of you, I wanted to also mentioned how much you loved the Lydia celebration for Janice's mom, and so that was really great too, all of the good wishes. I know, Janice, that you really appreciated it.
I have to put this on something. I didn't realize how fun it is behind the camera.
Right?
Looking at everybody who's like, we have someone from the Costco parking lot. I mean,
know, isn't it great?
This is fabulous. I love it. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, and it was really cool. I know, Janice, you really enjoyed having everybody say, give that shout out to your mom. And
oh, yeah.
It was really cool. So,
can you nod with the camera if yes or no saying anything? Okay.
There we go. Yes.
Okay.
Well, the reason this Free Tip Friday came about, you guys, is I've had a few questions about jump rings and charms. And I wanted to just go over the different sizes and gauges, some of my favorites, how I use them with what charms, and also I brought some of our chain here just right out from the fulfillment room, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the guidelines about putting jump rings on chain as well. So I think it hopefully will be super informative. You'll be able to get kind of a handle on the jump rings that we carry and how to add them to charms and chains. So shall we, Janice? I'm going to come around.
Sure. Can you tell everyone just quickly what earrings you have on?
Oh, yes.
Let's see those.
You guys remember these from these are our the earrings that we did when we did our mala.
Right.
And it's the earring project, you put me on the spot. If you go to our project page.
Robin says your mom was so cute when she was getting your dad on camera.
Oh,
thanks, Robin.
Thanks, Robin. Yeah, my pop. He's a great guy. These are our earring project that was the riff off of our mala. So if you go on the project page, you'll see the earring project here. And there's a really cool, I was actually looking at it the other day. I didn't realize what a good job I had done. There's a great little project
says
PDF.
She has those.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Gita did do these.
She made those,
yeah.
Yes.
And so the project PDF is up there. And I'm sorry, I'm blanking on what it's called.
It's called something.
It's called something. Gita, I know you're out there. I know you're going to link it because that's what you do.
Yeah.
So we're going to call on you.
Yeah.
We're going to rely on the kindness of our viewers. So,
okay.
Great. So let me come on around. I'm coming on around.
Oh, she just put the link in.
Oh, perfect. Thanks,
They're called
Gita.
Awakening Protection,
right.
Yes.
Why are you following me with the camera? No, why are you... Put the camera down there, Janice.
Okay.
I know, there's power behind being behind the camera, isn't it? It's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to slide our new little tool caddy over. Would you,
Sure.
you do that for me? There we go. You guys might like to see
I'm
this.
going to join
actually.
a union. I have to hold the camera and also slide.
That's right.
The
Isn't
props.
it time for your union
Faye
break?
says hi. Hi, Faye
Hi,
and Jerry.
Faye, we hope your
Yeah,
husband is
Gerald.
doing better.
Yeah.
We hope that everything is good with
Yeah.
him. Janice, you want to flash this little,
Sure.
what we've done? You guys might actually really like this. This is our little tool caddy that we keep all of our tools in for Facebook Live. It's kind of a fun little drawer thing, but here are all of our pliers and some more pliers. Remember that little wire gauge tool I made a few Free Tip Fridays back? There's some of our needles. And then up here we've got a thread burner and some Pro Polish pads and some beeswax. And then of course our loving array of hypo tube cements in various stages of having the lid on. And then of course our handy tape and our measuring tape. So it's kind of a fun little way to keep everything together, so when we jump on Free Tip Friday or Facebook Live, we're ready to go. Or at least we look like we're ready to go anyway.
And Linda
So-
says she thinks she's seen it at Target.
Yeah, Target, or probably you can get it, anywhere where all that plastic stuff is sold. I bet Joann's might even have it. So, you guys, what I did was I just started, Janice, you let me know if you need me to move.
Okay.
I started by grabbing it looks like we've got 2 of the ovals. Every jump ring we had. Hey, Cara or Jen, could I ask a favor of you guys? I think I got 2 4mm ovals. I think I need just a regular 4mm, please. So these are all of...
I'm going to turn it this
Okay,
way.
great. How about if I do that? There we go.
Sure.
Look at that. We have... Thanks, Cara. That's perfect. Thank you. So we've got a variety of different jump rings that we carry, all the way from 4mm round. We've got an oval in there, that 4mm oval. Then we go to 5, 6, and 7. Okay? And that number, that millimeter number, means the inner diameter of the ring. So let me open this 7mm up so you can see it a little bit better. Now, all of our jump rings are super sturdy, and they come in a lot of different plates or a lot of different finishes. This one is our antique brass, 7mm, as I said, inside diameter, and they all have a flush, I don't know if you can see that, a nice flush cut or flush cut end. Sometimes when you're working with jump rings and maybe you're taking a jump ring off of a necklace, or you've gotten some kind of inexpensive jump rings, you have them in your stash, you might have a jump ring that has a little point on the end. Those little points that are on the end, throw those jump rings away. That jump ring is, as Janice says, you know why they're called jump rings? Because they jump, right off of your jewelry. So the jump rings that have the little points, they don't really want to stay closed. So you want to look first for a jump ring that has a nice flush cut. Okay, so this 7mm is the one that we use a lot with our different projects, like if we were going to add jump rings to like Nicole's project or the 5-stitch, or anytime we want to put it in a transition to cover something, these 7mm are what we use. This also, I think, is about a 16 gauge wire here. So it's a nice heavy ring. It's not going to fall apart. Let me just show you on this particular jump ring, just as a reminder, I'm going to get my tools out, just as a reminder to open and close them. I have a bent chain and a regular chain nose, okay? So I hold on to one side of the ring with my bent chain, and see how my hand is really supported. It's right on the table. I just hold it right there. Then, to open it, I just come in and see how you can kind of see from the side view. Take a look at that. I come in.
Move these.
Oh, those
So
guys
that-
behind? Okay.
Yeah,
They're in the way.
Well, they're
there we
distracting.
go. That's better. So I come in, I close that tool, and I just rotate that ring forward. Can you see that? How this ring now, it opens like a little kickstand. And I opened it pretty wide so I could get it on something. Okay? So now, I'm going to show you the wrong way to do it. If I'm holding it this way, the jump ring like this, and I pull it apart, look at this sad open jump ring, right? So we want to open it like a little kickstand and not collapse it open. Okay, so that's the best one. Okay, the best way to do it. Let's see, sits and spins. Oh, you guys, let me just say, hi everybody, if you are having trouble, let me just do a quick mention. If you're having trouble and your device is freezing, like if you're watching it on your iPad or your phone, sometimes it's the connection. So if you're streaming your data, if you have a Wi-Fi connection, it's probably a little bit easier for you to see, or faster for you to stream. If you're streaming it from your data, you might get some little hiccups. Sometimes going out of the program, just Xing out, closing out, then coming back in to the stream will fix your issues. So if you're having that, if it's kind of bouncing or things like that, exit Facebook, then come back in and go right to our page, keep scrolling down and grab onto the feed again. Sometimes that fixes it pretty well. That will also sometimes fix your volume issues. I'm sorry we don't have a Facebook IT person here to help you with that, but that should help. Okay? So now let's take a look at some of these charms and how we want to connect these to our charms and in turn to chain. So something that's large like this, let's take this large jump ring that I've opened. This is our, why can't I read that? What
Cowgirl.
Cowgirl, our cowgirl chain. I love this chain. So one of the first things that I do is I like to take a look at what the jump ring is going to attach to, and that's my first visual clue to say, okay, I need something that's a heavier gauge. This heavy cowgirl chain with this, oh, show how the sad jump ring won't go back together. Where is the sad jump ring? I've thrown it away almost. See, here's the real sad jump ring, how it's really open.
Thank you, Christine.
And then see here how it just, I would really have to come in.
Oh, Drea helped Lynn because she couldn't see.
Oh,
But
great.
Thank you, Drea.
So see how it just won't, it's just collapsed. It's just no, even if I try and close it again, see that? How the ring just isn't a ring shape anymore, right? So opening them one more time, I'll open it like a little kickstand, like a little swinging saloon door. I'll come in and see how I swing that open. That's what we want, because then I'll swing it closed. And thanks, Geeta. I bet you just posted our little jump ring page. So see that? And that's the closure. Yeah, see that?
Nice seal.
Done and done. So
Karen says she's in. That's great.
yay, Karen, welcome. So see how I just attach it to my chain. Something like this 5mm jump ring, this would be way too small, right? It's a heavy gauge. It's a good gauge. But just like Janice says, our pieces, our wire needs air to move, okay? So let's say even if I put this small one on, it's close, but I don't have quite enough room to add something else, like a clasp or something. This would all just be way too bunchy. So I would use, I like this heavy gauge, this big one. And it also, whoops, it's kind of tangly. It also kind of blends in with the chain itself.
Saloon door, cowgirl chain.
Yeah.
Geeta's smiling.
Oh, it's a method to my madness, Geeta.
Yeah.
So see how that really just kind of blends in, even though the charm or the ring is huge. Now, what I could also do is having a link that's big that way, or jump ring rather, that's large like that, I could easily attach a charm to the end. So there's plenty of room for you to embellish the story right here. Okay? Pretty cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like it. And something like this, let's say that, I don't know, I were making a bracelet or an earring or a necklace or whatever, having that little extra kind of pretty piece at the end, I think works pretty nicely. But let's say, Janice,
Yes, Katie.
that I wanted to add to this heavy chain this tiny little feather charm. Okay? Can you see our tiny little feather charm? See that little loop? Now, usually, if I were going to add this charm, let me grab something here. If I were going to attach this charm to, let's say, this is copper, but you'll go with me on that, this mixed metal. Something like this, I could probably get, I would just test it. If it doesn't quite fit, see it's a little, can you see that? It's a little tight. So I'm going to grab my 4mm. Look at that. And I love an oval, you guys. I like an oval, especially when it's a thinner gauge, because that oval charm, or that oval jump ring, the cut, or the opening, is in the side. So it takes a little more pressure. It doesn't pull open as easily. I use oval jump rings quite a bit. Can you see how I've just attached it there? I've got my little bent chain nose like a little pair of fingers. My other one's here. And I'll close that up. So the smaller jump ring will fit nicely on this chain. Okay. So, but let's say
your mom is Gwenny has joined us.
Oh, hi Ma. Hello. Just last week we were in Yosemite, and now I'm back at work. Always fun. Let me show you what I might do to connect it to a heavier chain, especially when I would need a heavier link like this, and that heavy link just isn't going to fit in that loop. What do you think I do, you guys? You know what I do. I get wire. And this...
You want to tell everyone what the X means?
Yeah, oh, thank you.
So that
I have in the past, but yes.
What's the X mean?
The X means that we've taken it out of stock.
Yes.
So that's how we mark things that we take out. So
Right.
It doesn't mean that we don't like this craft wire. It means that we're using it all. Okay. So this is a 22 gauge. And those of you can go back a few Free Tip Fridays ago. I made this little wire gauge little thing. So I have my little wires all marked. So if I'm testing beads, I think it was the one where I did the drilling where I taught you how to use the bead reamer. I talk about making this.
Make your own ring?
Oh, yeah. We have
it?
some I don't think I think
Okay.
I think it was drilling.
Okay.
I think it was that one. So I'm going to grab what's not in here?
What are you going to grab?
My round nose plier.
Oh.
Oh, I'm going to have to hold this.
Okay.
Would you mind?
No, I'll go get...
Okay. We're missing our round nose plier from our little tool bin. So, what we've got here, you guys, this is the 22 gauge wire, but you could use any gauge. I've got 22, I could use 24, I could use 26. It just depends on, thanks Janice. It just depends on what is the right gauge for what you're doing. So I'm going to go, as I said, with this 24. Now, you guys have seen me do this again and again, but I wanted to show you this again because I really think it, with charms, especially if you wanted to add a little embellishment with your charms, to add it onto a chain, if you don't quite have the right jump ring, that charm is just going to fall off, right? So what we're going to do is, and I'm going to talk you guys through it, we have several skill builders on how to do a wire wrapped loop, so I'm not going to belabor the point today, but I'm just going to come in with my round nose, come underneath, wrap that link or wrap that wire around, center this guy. There we go. Now I'm going to add my charm in. And I have to open that loop up just a little bit to get that charm to slide in there. Just like so. Now I'm going to come in. I'm going to hold everything pretty tight with these bent chain nose. And I can wrap using my fingers, you guys, or my flat nose plier. Just like that. And I'll make a few little wraps, whatever. 2 maybe, 2 or 3. And then with the tip of my plier, I'm going to come in and just tighten everything up. Turn this around, and I'm going to cut away my extra. Okay.
Well, Faye has to leave.
Oh, great. Hang on there, Faye.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting us know.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon.
Of you.
So I'm going to close that up, that little point. Sorry, Janice, I'm going to bring it a little bit closer to me so I can see. There we go. There it is. Now, I like adding...
Can we just give them a little close-up of
yeah,
that?
let me put that bead on and then I'll
Before we-
show you. So can you see there's my little wire wrapped
Yeah, maybe.
piece. And if you tap your finger on the screen, see how it's out of focus? Go ahead and tap your finger. Just tap it like you mean it. There we go. See how it
look
see?
at that.
It makes everything in focus.
Yeah.
See, look at that. Learning as we go. Now I'm going to come in and do a little wire wrap on the top. Now this is just the same way I'd make an earring, you guys. Same thing. But this time I want to make sure that I have the loop large enough to match the chain, because that's the whole point of this, is that the jump ring would be a little too small and it wouldn't have movement. So I want to make sure, sometimes I even start my loop, then I put it through the chain and I make sure that I have room, then I'll take it off. Thanks, Geeta, for posting that wire link. Now I close it up, open it, then I'll attach it. I'll attach it right there. And I'll wire wrap it closed. I like pinching the loop with my bent chain nose pliers to hold it in place. Then I'll bring this sucker around. Since I have extra wire, I could bring it around the bead if I wanted to. Okay, and then I'll cut that extra away. So charms, the first thing I would look at, and so you might be thinking, well, so I really like the wire wrapping, so when would I use jump rings and when would I wire wrap? So let's kind of review that just real quick so it's kind of clear in your mind. Then the other thing we can do is I can turn this loop, there we go, to make sure that my little charm is sitting frontwise. Right? Look at that it's a little start of something kind of cool. This would even make a great charm bracelet, right? So
You make it look so easy.
well, wire wrapping is it's my spirit animal. So see that little tiny, so let's take a loop at this array that we've got here. So see how small that little key is? And it's pretty light, pretty thin of a charm. If I used a jump ring that was pretty small like that on a heavy chain like this, I don't think that would quite. Oh, thanks. Tucking my wire end. Yes, tucking the wire end is super important, isn't it? Your voice is muffled, Kate. It is? It is? Oh, you know why? Because you were.
I had.
Yes. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
That was user error.
That was me. I'm sorry,
there we
everyone.
go. Nope. It was over the microphone. Is that better? I think that's better.
Okay.
Better. Great. Sorry about that, you guys.
So you were saying this was a small little charm.
It was a small little charm with a small little jump ring. So this is a charm that I would go ahead and wire wrap on. I think that would be the most secure. Okay? Something like this bead or this charm here, if I were attaching, see how this charm, if I were just adding it on like we did on in the garden project on Wednesday, the loop is facing the correct way, so I just slide it on. But to attach it to a chain link this way, I would actually come in and I'd get I'd probably get 2 loops, maybe that size, or maybe a small one and a big one. There, this size and this size. So it would be facing the right way. Does that make sense? I can go ahead and even put that on. Sorry, Janice, I'm going to actually attach this one. Open it up like that little kickstand. 2 pliers, always necessary for opening jump rings. What I'll do here is I'll put that one on, and I'll put this one on even though it's open, so it's ready to go. Close it up, walk it back and forth. Then I'll take that big one, open that sucker up, and then I could put that charm, it's big enough. And see, these are pretty stiff, pretty sturdy jump rings, so that's why you want that heavy gauge. Let me lay this down. So see, even having those 2 rings on here, since that ring is a little bit larger and this ring is a little bit smaller, it's fine. You can use multiple sizes. Does that make sense? I could do the same thing for this little heart charm. I could use a smaller one and a big one. And then something like this wisteria, the loop is in the right place. I'm going to try this one. It's a heavier gauge, but it's round. So let's see if that one works. I think it's really important, and I don't know, Janice, you probably feel the same way. Jump rings are kind of like thread. You want to have a variety of sizes at your disposal.
Yes.
So that when you're doing things like this, there's no real way to kind of pre-plan, you know, especially if you're using a bunch, sorry about that, a bunch of different charms.
Can that one slide easily along
Yeah.
that bar?
Yeah, see?
Otherwise it's going to push open.
See, it's pretty,
Yeah.
it's pretty good. I think it's okay. But it's just, this is as tight as I would go. But as long as I have that movement any smaller than this, I don't think it would work that well.
Well, my guideline is if I'm trying to get into a pair of pants one size too small and it's a little tight, it's not going to be any better.
Right, it's not going to be very attractive.
No, and jump rings are the same way. They need to be like a pant size bigger, not a pant size smaller.
Yeah, that makes sense. So see again with this little,
great. I want to wear
with this little little small link.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get this small one. And you know what, you guys? I hardly pre-planned this. I went into our charm stash, into our fulfillment room where we have our charms, and I pulled just some random items. Great. So it just, you know, it's just working. And it's because, part of it is because they're all brass, right? The color is the unifying, let me turn this over, is the unifying, is the unifying theme here.
And I like I'd like to even see another one wire wrapped some
Yeah,
more with beads.
another wire wrap. Like I
Yeah.
could wire wrap that little key with a bead right there. I'll just put that down on there. So this really is the way that you can start. And see, I brought this one particular for you guys to see. See how small, again, that's a really small loop, but the charm itself is pretty big, and using that small jump ring that would fit on here just wouldn't connect to that heavy chain. So this is another candidate, I think, for wire wrapping. That one would be a good wire wrapper. Okay. So basically, the takeaway from this is, you guys, match jump rings to chain if charms. Yes, that's a great tip, Julie. That's what I would say. Another unifier is I could match all of my charms to my chain and make that a unifier if my beads were of a different metal, or my charms were of a different metal. Or on the other side, I could also just match my jump rings to my charm. But I would do either or. I'd be consistent all the way through.
Your mom is saying that yes, you didn't even know last night what you were.
It's true.
What you were going to do. That's how spontaneous you are.
It is. Well, I had a feeling. I knew we were going to do something with jump rings and chain, and then I went through my my questions, and so this is what kind of came up. Mom, you're ratting out my my secrets. My secret is do not over prepare. But it's pretty cool, I think. So, and mixed metals, I do agree. Mixed metals are awesome. So, how did we do? Did you learn a lot? I learned a lot. I hope you did. Remember that match the jump ring size, not only to the loop of your charm, but to the size of your chain. You can stack those jump rings, so you can use smaller jump rings and larger jump rings. Remember that we're using jump rings that have flush ends like this to open and close, not a little point, and you want to make sure that you close them nice and tight so they don't jump off. All right, I think that's it. Janice.
Yep.
You know what I did?
What'd you do?
I may or may not get in trouble, you guys, right here on camera.
No. What did you do?
No, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you and everybody watching. So you guys know that Free Tip Friday, it's always a good prep for the weekend, and grabbing your newsletter and thinking about what you want to do for your weekend project. Well, if you haven't...
Keita's saying sale.
Sale. Keita, you know me so well. We have a sale going on, actually, that starts on Saturday and goes Saturday to Sunday. But I knew that if you guys watch Free Tip Friday and you opened your newsletter tomorrow and you saw that sale, you'd be kind of disappointed that I didn't tell you today. So I'm telling you today. I'm going to give you a code. Today is Friday, what month
April
is it?
29th.
I don't even know what day it is. Today is Friday, April 29th, okay? And so the sale is going to go on until Sunday. No, it's not the 29th, it's the 28th, because Sunday's the 30th.
Okay.
Yeah. So today is Friday, April 28th. Our sale goes through Sunday, April 30th. And it's a 20% store-wide, you guys. All you need to do is you need your coupon code, and that coupon code is Flower20. We're doing a April Showers Bring May Flowers sale. So if you put it in the discount code and where the coupon code is when you check out, Flower20 will knock 20% off. Do I need to move it? There we go.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah.
And that code expires, you can use it in limited amounts, and that coupon code expires at midnight Pacific time on Sunday, on the 30th. So that's what I did, Janice. I printed it out early.
People are saying, woohoo!
I hope I'm not in trouble.
No, it's, I think the more the better, yes.
Great.
Yes.
Shoo.
So it's Flower20 in the coupon code through Sunday.
Through Sunday. So you can jump on, grab some charms, grab some chain. If you haven't experimented with chain, it's a great time to do it. Janice and I have some cool ideas that are coming up
Yeah.
with chain. But just peruse, peruse the charm category, peruse the chain category, and just do what you like. Throw whatever you like in there. You saw I just did a riff. I just grabbed some stuff and put it on, and it worked great. Mix it up with stuff you have at home. It'll be awesome. So Janice, thanks for working behind the camera for me.
Absolutely,
It was really
absolutely.
fun.
I love it.
And you guys have a great weekend. We have a really fun Facebook Live coming up for you on Wednesday. You're not gonna believe it. We have some really cool little stuff, so it's going to be really, really great. So have a great weekend, you guys. Be creative. Stay safe. Janice looks like she wants to say something.
We just want to wish Gita good. She's moving this weekend.
Right.
So good luck with your move, Gita.
Good luck with your move.
Hope you're settled by Wednesday.
Yeah, that's what we do without you. All right. Thanks, you guys. As always, we love having you watch. We'll see you next week. Talk to you soon.